Okay, hello everyone. It's Dame. I'm here today to talk or more so rank a whole new tier list for majors in MLBB as of May 8th, 2025. So there are quite a lot of majors in the game, and there are some characters that aren't specifically in the mage role that can be played on the mage, that can be played on mid lane. So once again, I'm going to set the tiers. We're going to have auto big auto pick slash ban. I get A. I get B. Actually, this one should be mid. This one is bad. Troll. And this is delete the hero. And then I'll remove this row, and this row. Okay, so here I don't. So first things first, as of May 2025, there hasn't been many mid lane high prio bans or picks. At most, you will see now, as of today, as of 8 May, a lot of the bans are going towards junglers, gold lane, or XP. So it's a bit more harder to rank those majors that are auto pick slash ban, but a lot of them will fall in the S, the A category. So we're gonna start with the first mage that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about ranking this. I'm gonna find Sicilian. Where's Sicilian? There it is. Alright. So Sicilian to me, he did get nerfed in the previous patch, but he's still a very strong hero. Very good hero because he has his ult. You get increased movement speed, you get a bit of HP back, and you also have second skill as a form of CC. If you get a good set on your second skill, your team follows up, it's basically game over. He's also a late game scaling mage, which makes him high value in like the late game, during the late game. So if you have a Sicilian in your team and you're losing, try not to surrender and hold on, because if the Sicilian in the team is good, then you guys may be able to make a comeback. He is definitely an SS tier pick mage. He's not getting banned or auto pick, but he is a very high popularity mage. He's also very simple to play, so anyone can pick him up easily. So that's for Sicilian. Another mage that comes to my mind immediately is where is she? Where is Zusing? There it is. I think 2 patches ago she was a super strong mage, but I think she is a bit more conditional now. But I think she's still quite good. I personally won't rank her in SS tier because she has no carry potential. She has absolutely no carry potential in solo queue, duo queue, or trio queue. This list is purely based off solo queue, duo, and trio queue, which means you will have randoms in your team. So in 5-man and tournament she's good, but in solo queue, trio, duo, she's not that good. Because if your randoms don't do damage and your randoms are the side lanes or the junglers, then you're gonna be useless. Not really useless, but you won't be outputting that much damage. But in solo queue, duo, trio, she's a high A. She's still quite valuable, but she's a high A. Because this tier list is purely based off solo queue, duo queue, and trio queue. Now, if we talk about good solo queue mages, I think Chang'e is an A. Chang'e is an A in solo queue, duo, or trio. Actually, might be S, but I'm gonna put her at A first because I think, what makes her so good in solo, duo, trio is if you build attack speed on Chang'e and your team is losing, you have to do one thing: just split push. You just have to split push. This Chang'e can literally, if your enemy mage rotates out of their mid lane and you're a Chang'e and you have minions and you have like 4 full minions, with purely just doing basic attacks, you could take down 1/3 or half of the turret gold shield. You push turrets so fast, and it's so strong because if your marksman in solo, duo, trio doesn't know how to push, and you're playing this, and you have the brains to push, you will be ending turrets and bases quickly as hell. You can also go full damage Chang'e, which is super strong, especially with Sky Piercer. But what makes her shine the most is when you're in late game and everything is a bit 50-50, you better watch out for jungle, because she'll either be in a team fight, or she'll 90% be split pushing one of the turret or the lanes. So I'm gonna keep her here first. I might change her to SS tier. That depends first. Now, another mage that I think about quite a lot, and I personally use a lot, is Lou. Okay, she solo duo trio queue, she is A, because when you're in solo duo trio, your most important skills are your first skill and second skill. Because especially if you're playing solo queue, don't expect your teammates to walk into your ult. Even if you're a good Lou player, you have good map awareness and stuff. Even if you pop open your ult, your teammates won't follow you. So that is the downside of this. She's a very strong tournament pick or 5-man pick, because if you're playing 5-man, you're playing your friends. You can calm with them. You can tell them, I'm going to ult, and they'll follow you. If you're going to play solo, duo, or trio queue, I don't recommend her that much. But she's a very good mage, actually, quite decent. Her survivability with the passive and the second skill interrupt is also really good. So you can consider playing Lou as well, but really play at your own risk. This in solo duo trio. Next up, I'm gonna talk about all the girls' favorite. I'm gonna talk about Kagura. Okay. Personally, I wouldn't rate her that high, because she has not many form of CC. She's mainly a burst mage. She is a hero that throws all her skills. Whatever damage she does, she gets out, because once she uses all her skills with her umbrella, she just doesn't do anything else. So, I mean, she has good damage potential, but sometimes it doesn't always work. I mean, she will be in A tier because she is quite good in my opinion, but I personally don't think she's SS tier or mid. I think she's not that bad for solo queue, duo queue, trio queue mage. Also, her second skill is super good, because it's a free purify. It's a free purify. You can outplay using the second skill and your ult. So not that bad in solo duo trio for Kagura. Let's talk about okay, I'm gonna take Lunox because she's one of my older mains. Lunox, in my opinion, kind of mid now. Don't get me wrong, she has super strong penetration abilities with her skills, but personally I don't think she's that strong right now in the current meta. So I don't know, I don't find her that strong. She's a very niche pick right now. You can early aggro on Lunox, but I would prefer to early aggro on Lilia instead. And Lilia is definitely better than her, but Lilia is not even an A tier in my opinion. So Lunox is just A mid tier. If she gets buff, if they do something about her, she might just skyrocket to A or SS. But I think she's mid right now. She has no form of CC, especially right now. She has no form of CC, so you lose one half of the mage's utility role, which is unfortunate. But she has super strong damage scaling, but it's better to play this at your own risk as well. Okay, Vexana, where is Vexana? There it is. I think she's good. Okay, if you play this in solo queue, you won't get easy wins with Vexana in solo queue, because although she might do a lot of damage, she is way better in trio queue or 5-man. I don't think solo queue Vexana is good. How do I know this? Because I played a lot of Vexanas in rank, and every time I solo queue, I have a high chance of losing a Vexana in solo queue compared to if I play trio queue with my friends or I play 5-man with my friends. So if she was strong in solo queue, she will be here. But I don't think she is. She's more prominent in trio queue and 5-man. So she's in A tier. I say she's here. She's just below Chang'e, and she's above Louis in the Kagura. Okay, I see Angela. Let's just do it right. This thing's just funny. On my honestly, this thing's just funny. If you wanna go for like a super growth strat, which is like a Freya jungle, and you're gonna Angela mid with a Digi or Matilda roam, This might work, but it also might not work because she has terrible wave clear. Her wave clear is so bad, and her only use is to just heal people and just ult. That's basically it. If you find yourself in a comp where your friends are playing, if your friends or someone in the solo queue is playing Freya, and there's also a room going like Dee or like Matilda, maybe you can just pick this up and just ego boost the Freya more. I mean, she's not a bad hero in Rome, but in mid, I don't think she's that good. She really lacked wave clear, which is unfortunate for her. Super unfortunate. So we're gonna go on to the next one. See Gord, let's do this one. Okay, I think he's mid. Unfortunately. I know he did get a buff, but it still doesn't fix the fact that one of his biggest flaws is he is stationary when he ults. And when you CC him, his ult just cancels, if I'm not wrong, which is, once again, it's a big flaw in solo queue and trio queue. So solo duo trio is a super bad. It's a flaw as well. But personally, he has good damage. In if you play solo queue, duo queue, trio queue. I would say he is definitely above Lunox. He just needs a tank. If your enemy goes a tank jungle and you have a tank in your team, you can pick this. This is actually pickable because he does true damage with his passive, and all Gord actually needs really just a tank. He really just needs a tank, like a strong tank like Tigreal or Atlas. And if the enemy jungler is a tank, you can go this and you can actually see yourself pumping out outrageous damage. But it's a high condition character in my opinion. Wait, I forgot to add a tier list. What I add? A row below. It's called. I'm gonna give it green. Okay, it's done. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Sorry. Conditional. And then this one will be SS. Okay, conditional? Why a conditional list? Because there's only one mage in this entire game that's conditional. It's Valentina, one of my favorite mages to play. Okay, there's a lot to talk about this hero. If none of you know, Valentina is the biggest Lucas counter in the whole entire game. You copy that Lucas ult and you use all his skills, you get like a 10-second cooldown level 4 with the ult. And it's crazy. You can build tank on Valentina at XP just to the fact that you can actually win the whole. That's how you can just win Lucas in XP. So, conditional, yes. She's very conditional. You do not want to pick a Valentina you do not want to auto pick it or one trick this hero in rank because this is so hard. If the enemy doesn't have like good CC, like good ops, don't pick this hero. She'll be just useless because she doesn't have that much damage anyway. She's a pure utility mage. So you only pick Valentina if they have super strong CC ults like Atlas or Tigreal or like Hylos or Gatot, then you can pick Valentina. Or if they have Lucas XP, then you can pick Valentina on XP, or Lucas jungle, you can just go Valentina as well. It's really a very conditional pick in my personal opinion. So if you want to play this, see the conditions first before you pick this hero. Otherwise, she's just conditional. I can't really rank her. She's the most conditional hero in the entire game. But if I were to put her in like one of the rankings here, in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue, she's mid. But she's not between conditional anyways. Next up, where is she? There she is, Kalita. Okay. Very fortunately, she might be good in solo, duo, trio queue. But the issue here is she is a bit. You're quite reliant on the bush. Not gonna lie, you're quite reliant on bush camping with this hero, and when you use all your skills, that's it. You have the run. You don't have any way to like resume in the fight. Once you use your first skill, your second skill, you're petrified, you get out, that's it. You have nothing else, you can't do anything else. You're either going back to retreat or you're going back to clear waves. Kalita is just, she's just gonna stay in mid. She's behind Lunox, definitely. Honestly, Alice, I think she's just bad mid. I have nothing to say about this hero. Should get out of the way, in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about this one. Realistically, she was at a troll. She was supposed to be in the troll, but I think she deserves mid now. Eudora's strong suit is just destroying every single assassin in the game. If a lot of people don't know how to counter Hayabusa, this is your answer. This is one of your answers for Hayabusa. Ling, this is one of your answers. Fanny, this is your answer as well. All the strong assassins, Joy, this is your answer. Eudora is your answer. Super good in my opinion. She's just item dependent. She's a very item dependent mage. But if you get full build on this thing, you are one-shotting any assassin, marksman, or mage that comes in your way. And you just all you have to do is just ambush. Well, personally, in my opinion, she's the same as Kalita. But Kalita is a bit harder to play compared to her. So they're basically equal. But she is super good against assassins. Just remember to only pick this hero if you have like a tank, because you need a tank to open the bush for you. Not a bad hero in my opinion, so reasonable enough. Okay, I think there's a background sound there. So I think there's a background sound, so I apologize for that. I'm going to talk about Farsa now. I think solo queue, duo queue. I think solo duo trio, she's SS. She has such a good buff the previous patches. I think they buff her bird's flying speed, they buff her first skill to open vision, and I think they buffed the cooldown on the passive. I don't remember. They buffed a lot of things about Farsa. The biggest buff they did give for her was her bird's flying speed, and her wave clear is actually pretty good at level 1. You buy second skill, you wave clear it, you can clear it in like 10 seconds or 5 seconds the wave. If your tank comes, 1 second skill from you, then the tank throws 1 first skill, something like that. You press your bird, you rotate, you get level 2, you rotate to goal lane, you gank, and yeah, that's if you get a kill off goal lane, you snowball. That's it. This hero, solo kill, duo kill, trio kill, in my opinion, super good. But you have to be careful not to play her against a lot like strong, like a lot of like dive comms, especially if they pick something like they pick those like dive comms that can burst you fast. You gotta be careful also with where you position yourself at. Honestly, you can still play her against assassins, but you really have to be careful where you position yourself at. But personally, she's super good. She's super strong. Not as strong as Sicilian in my opinion, because he still dominates the whole entire late game. So yeah, I think she's SS tier. I'm gonna get some of these things out of the way. This Esmeralda is just a troll. She's just a troll pick in mid. Don't pick it. You're gonna regret everything. Digi, troll as well. This is a troll mid. So this Bane mid, yeah, this is definitely a troll. Delete Bane mid off the game. This is troll. I'm gonna get some of these trolling things out here first, so I don't have to talk about them that much. What have I seen, by the way? Oh, I've seen this Matilda mid, because I tried it before. It's just bad. Actually, yeah, it's just bad. It's either bad or troll. I'm just put it bad first. I've seen Savannah mid. I've seen people do Savannah mid. This shit is bad or troll. Either one. Actually, I might not even rank her. Screw it. Carmilla mid, bad as well. It's quite bad. Wave clear is slow. You don't get much, so it's quite bad in my opinion. Very unfortunate. I think we are left with all the good mages now. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Julian. Okay, Julian used to be super strong, but in mid lane, I think he's mid in mid lane. He'll be like last. It will be like in last place at the mid lane, at the mid tier list, at the mid spot. He'll be last. He's not bad. He's not A. He's just mid. It's unfortunate. He was so strong. He also fell off as a jungler. I'm not wrong. Guinevere. This could work. This could work, but it also could not work. So you know what? She's gonna be like the. I'm just gonna put her maybe in bad, in my opinion. I think she could work, she might not work. I'm just gonna put her in like bad. She is bad slash might not work. There you go. Now it's a bit more detailed. Okay, what else do we have? I've seen people play Kalea mid recently, but I'm not gonna rank it. Okay, we're gonna talk about Joy. I better Desestiga as jungler in my opinion. I think she's above Julian or she's below Julian. Actually, I'm not really sure. I think these two are just better off as junglers in my opinion. They're quite niche as well in MAGE, so they're not really worth to pick that much. Maybe Julian's better. Maybe he's better because he has an iframe and he has a CC skill. So maybe he's just better in my opinion. Maybe Joy is just last in this league. I think Julian is the perfect choice. Okay, Nana. It's unfortunate that Nana is... She might be in the bad or mine will not work here. Some people might think she's a troll, but believe me or not, I actually think Nana's not that bad. The only issue with Nana is that there are other mages that do the exact same thing as her, but they do it way better than her. So she just got overshadowed and outplayed. She's not bad. Believe it or not. Believe me or not. Her second skill is good. Her ult is good. She has decent damage in the late game, but it's not that strong, which is the issue. Other mages that have almost the same thing like her, like Veil, he pumps more damage in the late game than her, which is unfortunate for Nana because she just gets outshadowed by other mages like Veil or like I think just Veil in my opinion. I think yeah, it's probably just Veil. Veil just outshadows her in my opinion. It's very unfortunate. I mean, if you're playing the low ranks and you have no other mage to play, just pick Nana and just try to farm as fast as possible. It might be still a way to win it. Okay, I see this thing. Honestly, it might not work. Once again, better off as a. Actually, honestly, in my opinion, any mage that goes jungle or is an assassin they either don't work in mid or they are just okay. I don't think Harley is that good in mid. I personally don't think he's that good in mid, but at the same time, he might be good in mid because he's a pick-off. He's a pick-off mage, but he's a pick-off mage. Maybe I'll just put him back between like these three. I think these three are like unrankable. They're like I can't decide whether to put them in like mid or like bad because sometimes they have their value sometimes, but sometimes they don't have their value. I think these three will just stay together like these will be like the last three to take up mid. Is Aurora A. Super strong utility, very good poke ability for at level 1. Super strong poke at level 1 as well. Solo kill, duo kill, trio kill, maybe not the best because she is also she's very reliant on her team as well. She even if you build full like lightning truncheon, holy crystal, and aurora, you cannot one-shot enemies. You still will depend on your team to kill the remaining enemies, and if you don't get a 5-man stun, if you get like a 2-man, you still need your teammates to kill, and if they can't kill it, then you just wasted everything for nothing. So personally, in terms of solo kill, duo kill, trio kill, Kagura is better than Aurora. Quite unfortunate, anyways. Aurora is so fun, but in 5-man tournament she's pretty good in my opinion, but solo, duo, trio kill, she's A. She's A. Low A. Okay, Harif, he's good, but okay. The issue here with Harif is he is super strong in the gold lane, but he's in general he is super strong, but in mid lane you don't get a lot of gold to get items, and that's the big problem. Harif needs items to do dirty damage, which is why a lot of people didn't play in gold lane, because they can get gold faster, then they can get their items faster. Mages have to rotate, and they need a lot, and it's better than mages that have CC. This guy does not have CC, he does not have strong rotation abilities in my opinion. He's really just a team fight character. So maybe in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue, maybe he's A in my opinion, but otherwise 5-man mid or whatever, I think he's just mid. Maybe he's better than core in my opinion, but the only thing holding this guy back from being A is he is a item reliant hero and he needs a lot of money, which you don't get a lot from money from mid lane. So if this was a golden tier list, he'll be SS or auto pick Ben, but unfortunately this is mage tier list, so he's stuck at mid. If you do get full build and mage though, with mage Harif though, mid lane Harif, you're gonna pop off on mid lane Harif. But I wouldn't recommend it in my opinion. Okay, next one we have Kimi. Yeah, Kimi mid. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. Kimi mid. She has a mini Tigre ult, and she also has a second skill, Immobilize, which is so good in my opinion. And I don't know if you guys seen videos of people playing Kimi in gold lane. She actually does a lot of damage quite early on. All you need is just Feather of Heaven and like concentrated energy. If you go gold lane, you go Sky Person and then you go concentrated, but you can just go Feather and then concentrated mage in mid lane, and she still pumps a lot of damage. Her biggest issue is just basically like fighting assassins, but if you have a mini Tigreal ult, if you have your ult and it's a mini Tigreal ulti and a free Immobilize as second skill, I think your value as a mage and your marksman as well, with this kind of value, you are definitely A. She is not SS in my opinion, because she doesn't have like, she's not SS in my opinion, but if want to rate it like that, I think Kimi is second. And then I want to talk about the brothers, I guess. We'll start with the brothers now. Solo queue, Veil. Yeah, he's mid. Needs items as well. Strong, high burst abilities, but solo queue, if you don't have a tank, he's not gonna do anything that good in my opinion. This guy, I think Valir is S. I think Valir is an S tier, guys. That buff they did on Valir is so good. If you haven't tried Valir yet in the new patch, please try it. Recently they buffed Fredrin, and one of Fredrin's biggest counters is actually Valir. You get a push, second skill pushback, the ult, the first skill cooldown the first skill changes on him was huge. It's huge, and don't forget, you press his ult, you purify. You get a free purify on Valir. You wanna be crazy like me, like what I did, you can go Vengeance on Valir. You survive even longer in teamfights, or if people want to jump on you, just press Vengeance, you push them back, they're not gonna kill you. Or you can go Flicker for the sneaky Flicker forward, and then you push them back towards your teammate set. You can do that. Honestly, he is SS tier. Valir is just SS tier. You guys haven't tried him yet, better try him though. Okay, I think I did think of someone that is an auto pick or ban zone in my opinion. I just need to find out where is the letter. Where is she? Oh no, I don't know where she is. Where the hell is she? Did I rate her already? I don't think I did. No, did I? Oh, there she is, Selena. Yeah. Dude. You hit a stun early game, your team is there. That's it. You get fed on this, you get one kill early game, you snowball. That's it. I don't even need to talk about it. I think she's the only mage that gets oftenly banned and gets high pick rate. If your team doesn't have a roam as a healer roam, expect this to be a mage or a jungle pick, Selena. Expect this. If your team does not have a roam that is a healer, expect something like Selena to pop up. Because the only thing that counts Selena at roam is healer roams. But other than that, expect this in like some of your bands or your picks. I think she's more high value than the rest of these three. But personally, you can either play aggro Selena or you can play a bit supportive Selena. If you play aggro Selena on solo queue, you might be able to win on mid lane. But if you play supportive Selena on mid lane, solo queue, you gotta depend on your teammates, you know. So it's a bit niche as well. It's a bit of a silver lining sword, but I think she's super strong in my opinion, Selena. She's not an auto ban by the way, or auto pick, or she's not an auto pick auto ban, but you can expect her to pop up in a lot of matches. She might get banned as well. I actually met a lot of people who actually hate Selena, so kind of proves my statement. Okay, Xavier. Solo queue, this guy. Yeah, this guy's Xavier. High ground defense capabilities. If he gets items and your team is losing, the enemy dares to like push in with the Lord to your base, you position yourself well with Xavier, there is a 85% chance you're gonna defend the base because he is so strong at high ground defense. If you wanna kill this guy, you guys gotta jump 5 men or 4 people under his turret to kill him because he has so much like high ground capabilities. That's a lot of people struggle to end games in like rank solo duo trio when Xavier is around because he just defends so well. Then you gotta think about it as well. He throws his first skill, second skill out, he gets the passive, he gets the full stack, he gets his triple stacks on his passive, the full stack. And if your enemy is low, they're trying to run away, he just clicks alt, he kills him, if he snipes him, you're dead. Free kill for him, he gets gold, your team gets the opportunity to push, you might just lose it if that happens. So, strong early game mage, really recommended. He does take practice to snipe, in my opinion, but really the main goal, it's fun to play him when you snipe people, but his high ground defense, you might want to consider him. He's super good. You can build damage or you can build supportive. Damage, Xavier can just one-shot almost everybody, so give it a try, those people who have not played him yet. Let's talk about Lilia. She has a buff incoming next patch, if I'm not wrong, patch with Wu Zetian. As of now, strong early game mage in my opinion. I'm quite biased because I main Lilia. I am quite biased, but she has strong early. She's good in my opinion. She's not. Honestly, she might be A. When her buff comes, she might just rise up to A, but I think she's just okay now. She's like first character in the mid tier list. Followed by, yeah, something like that. She's good. Very fast, wave clear. You get zoning capabilities with your second skill and your map opening with the first, second skill bombs. Your ult like retracts you back to where you were. Get HP back and stuff. Honestly, not bad. She just isn't doing that well now because she doesn't have CC. But I think but maybe when her buff comes, she'll just push up to A. She might even be SS, but that we'll see afterwards. She's mid though. She's like high mid here. I can't decide between high mid or like low A. So yeah, she'll be here. Wait for her buff, guys. Are we almost done here? Oh, we got Zask. Honestly, this guy fell off. He was strong, but he fell off. Very unfortunate. I'm so sorry to all the Zask players. When he was meta, I learned him. I asked all my friends who know how to play Zask to teach me Zask. But I was actually winning solo kill games with Zask. But then for some reason, he just got outshadowed for some reason, and then now he's just sitting in the rotting list. Alright, Odette. Honestly, not a bad mage. It's just that do not pick Odette as a first pick. Do not pick this mage first. Pick it 4th or 5th. Last pick. Why? She is incredibly weak against high valued CC skills like airborne knockup, if I'm not wrong, knockup. Yeah, airborne knockup, those kind of things. She is immune to stun, but she's not immune to airborne and knockout, if I'm not wrong. I think that's the same thing anyways. I think that's the same thing. Her main damage source is her ult, and that's basically it. You need a tank to play this mage. If you don't have a tank that can set like Tigreal or Atlas, or you don't have a Johnson, don't bother picking her. She's quite... I mean, she's good. Damage-wise, she's good. But she also has one weakness, which is that her ult can get easily cancelled if the enemy picks the right CC skill, and her ult is the main damage. So if you kill her first in a team fight, your team is just gonna suffer losing the AoE. Okay, we're gonna talk about Aldous mid. Honestly, please don't do this anymore. Please, Aldous mid players, don't do this. Cyclops. Honestly, good solo queue mage, in my opinion. I think above Lunox. He needs items. Not as much as Harith, but he needs items. It's not that bad, in my opinion. Do we have any other mage? Faramis. Solo queue, duo queue, trio queue. Please don't pick him. So, especially in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue, do not pick Faramis in solo, duo, trio. You can only pick him in 5-man or tournament. This guy is only good in 5-man or tournament. Solo queue, duo queue, trio queue, please don't pick him. Please, everyone. Honestly, I'm saving you guys a big favor. Don't pick him in solo, duo, trio. Because you need coordination with a full team to make sure your ult has been used properly and it benefited the whole team. If you play at most trio queue, the most you benefit is yourself and your 2 other teammates, and not the other 2 randoms. So Faramis is this was a tournament list, he's A, but unfortunately this is a solo queue, duo queue, trio queue. Also he has not that much damage. He's a pure utility mage, so you do not want to pick a pure utility mage in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue. Let's see what else do we have. Do we have any other mid laners here? Looking through Novaria, okay. Recently she got buff. I think she's A. I think she's high A. Might be better than Kagura, not gonna lie. She's here. They buff her second skill damage, super good. And I think that was enough to just make her better, in my opinion. I actually enjoy playing Novaria now. She's more fun to play, I guess. Also because you're not inclined to build CD reduction now, so make her spam her second skill, which is more better in my opinion. They did fix one of the biggest flaws about Novaria, which is good. I see I'm only missing Yeef. I'm not sure if I'm missing any other mages. Okay, but Yeef, another casualty of strong in tournament and 5-man, but not good in solo, duo, trio queue. Honestly, she has damage, so I would say she's better than Zask. She's here because she has damage, but it's not that much. But if your team your team needs this mage is you play for poking ability and you play for your marksman. So it's not really good in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue especially. In 5-man and tournament, yes, you can pick this hero. It's good in 5-man, but don't pick it in solo, duo, trio. And let me just look through the rest of the list. I don't see any other mages here. No. I don't see any other mages here. Yeah, I don't see any other mages here. Okay, if I did leave out a mage, someone please comment and tell me someone please leave a comment and tell me that I left it out, and I'll probably just post a community post of the updated list. But here's my mid lane tier list as of May 8, 2025. Watch out for Selena, watch out for these 3. Don't pick this when you have the conditions to. Anyone who wants a solo queue and just win and try to get a high chance of winning, pick Chang'e. Or if you want to have some fun, play Kimi or Xavier. If you're assassin main that got forced into if you're an assassin main that got forced into mid, you can pick these to go and play it. Please don't pick these in solo, duo, trio queue, especially Angela. Please don't. Do not pick these at all, and please, can we just delete this hero from Mage? Yes. So anyways, that's my tier list for the mid lane, for like the mages of the right now. I hope whoever's watching this finds it beneficial and helpful. And I will do more tier lists of mages when there are more patches coming in the future. So hopefully you all look forward to it. So thank you all for watching, and see you next time.